Hey guys, I'm Bradu, and I wanted to show you an awesome score I got last week. A collection of vintage-ish D&D stuff. I think it's all second edition, but check this out. So I'm pretty diligent on Marketplace and Craigslist and OfferUp stuff like that for local deals, and I've built a lot of my not just D&D collection, but like my trading card collections that way, finding people who are getting out of a game or collecting or whatever and finding, great deals. So I really love finding a great deal. So I'm always looking for stuff like that. I look up for people to trade with, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, this guy, this lot showed up and it was, um, and I was just like, I must have been one of the first people to see it and just got lucky and I snagged it. So let's go through and take a peek at what we've got. I'm gonna put up a picture of the whole thing. I can't even show the box on camera. I'll have to do that by pictures. But first of all, we've got monstrous compendiums, and I think let's see, what does it look like in here? We got Greyhawk. Show other stuff here. These are all. It's weird how they used to do them. And volume one. I don't know. Like these are 3 ring binders. Ooh, look at this. Bunch of cool art. Bunch of cool. So these are probably supposed to be in here in a certain way, and they're not. The art's cool. I haven't looked through any of this stuff, honestly. Like this is the first time I'm seeing that. Is this upside down? No. There we go. Dragonlance. Greyhawk. So I don't know what the order is that they're in, but I plan on, if you've watched my channel at all, yeah, the art's cool. Yeah, there's Dragonlance. If you watch from my channel at all, you know I'm a Shadow Dark guy. But I love having this older stuff because I'm learning you can essentially transfer it pretty minimally easily. So if I live long enough, I'd like to play all this stuff. Got my kids in it now. So here's a couple extra binders with volume 3. So we got some Dark Sun, Sand Cactus, Terrax. Okay, Dark Sun, Forgotten Realms. Ooh, never heard of these. Some of these. Spelljammer. Probably don't need that, but whatever. Forgotten Realms, Fairy Dragon. There's volume 3, I guess. Karatur, Ravenloft, Golem. So, wow, taco? Wait a minute. Taco, that sounds delicious. Is it taco? Where'd it go? Oh, that's an octopus. Okay, so, boom. This is what. So I think these were here. I think these were all the things that were in there that I just showed you. Great. Awesome. My son loves looking at monsters. I don't know if he even knows that I have this yet. Alright, I'm going to save the best for first because Dark Sun. I've never had a Dark Sun product. I've always thought it was like my favorite. This is why I got a deal. Look at this. Like the box is caved in, taped up. But anyway, I've got a bunch of Dark Sun stuff here. Yep. This is all Dark Sun here. So we got, oh, nope, that one's Ravenloft, clearly. We got Dark Sun. Dragon Kings Edition. Powerful characters, magic, psionics. Writing on it, yada yada. Cool. Honestly, I haven't looked at. I'm just gonna try and go through in a semi-organized fashion and talk about how cool it all is. This is a poster. Oh yeah, this I believe somebody said maybe came out of the original box there. This is some adventures. Veiled Alliance, Valley of Dust and Fire. I guess I don't need to flip through every single thing here, but a Sticlian Gambit. I mean, it all looks, that's the other thing, it all looks complete. He did say, this was funny, I was like, do you have any dice? It's like, we still use the dice for family games and stuff. Dark Sun, the Ivory Triangle, so I don't know if this is like an addition to the setting or what. Like an additional, like a campaign for it. But there's all kinds of awesome stuff. DM summary, great, awesome, cool. Yeah, love it. I'm super excited for this. I'm going to play, at some point this year, one of my big goals is to do a Shadow Sun. So I've got everything I need now. Check this out. Dark Sun. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Okay, we got a map. Oh, this is... This is what I love about when you find characters. Maybe there's something weird in Dark Sun, but 20 strength, 22 dex. Lowest score is a 16 in charisma. 20s and 21s. Oh, that's awesome. I teased a buddy of mine, so some of the stuff I have is wait a minute. What do we have here? Fredericks of Hollywood. Nice. That's a bonus right there. If I ever seen one. Yeah, I guess this is as good a hiding place as any if you're a teenage kid and you need to see some girls in lingerie and your mom won't find it. Anyway, whew. Maybe I should go back to that other box and see if there's more of that. Okay, anyway, back to the D&D stuff. Okay, more monsters. Sweet. Yeah, the character sheets crack me up. Anyway, a lot of... It's so funny. A lot of my stuff that I have, like... When I first played when I was a kid, I was like 12, and my best buddy had... His older brother had some D&D stuff, and so that's what we played, the couple times we played. And we must have played at my house, and so, like, I ended up with the stuff, and I'm still Facebook friends with... I'm friends with Oliver, but I'm still Facebook friends with his brother who had the stuff. And I messaged him like a couple of years ago, and I was like, "Hey, just so you know, like I actually have all your D&D stuff, but I use it. I play with it. I love it." Sorry, and it's so awesome. And he was kind of laughing, saying, "Hey, that's cool. I'm glad. Like, don't worry about it or whatever." But I was like, also, I noticed you clearly cheated on all your characters because they all had 18s for everything. Oh, man. Every time you find stuff, that's what it is. Okay, Ravenloft. Strahd. This is... I'm weird, but Ravenloft is one of the ones I'm not as excited about. Dark Sun, yes, for sure. Ravenloft, I don't know that I'll play it. I've played Curse of Strahd, or we at least kind of did. Okay, big map. I'm not going to go through everything because I don't want a 2-hour video, but I did want to show off how impressive this collection is. Ravenloft book, yeah. So I don't know for sure if I'll do this. And I have a rule of thumb when I buy stuff. This has a lot of maps. My rule of thumb is this, and this goes for when I'm buying baseball cards, minis, like D&D minis, this, whatever, anything that's kind of collectible stuff. My rule of thumb is I will buy something if I look at it and I think I can probably sell off some of the stuff I either already have or don't want and get my money back and keep the stuff I want. And then I look at it like this way. Hey, I'm only in it for the time, the driving. And, you can't always find deals that are that great. In fact, it's very rare. But every once in a while, you really find a good one. But that's how I can justify it with my wife and things like that, like how I'm buying another big card collection because, hey, I'm going to get my money back selling this stuff off and still keeping the cards that I really want. Or in this case, but what's tricky here is the D&D. I have none of this. I have a lot of the original books like AD&D and first edition and BECMI and BX and whatever. All of this is new to me. I have none of this. Greyhawk, I think, is a setting I'm pretty interested in. Again, I don't think I'll play these like this rule set, but I think it's all. I'll have to look into second edition more and see how hard it would be to transfer. I think a lot of this stuff is at least usable for me, right? If I do Shadow Dark. I don't really know much about the Greyhawk adventure, except my absolute favorite is like generic vanilla medieval fantasy. Dungeons, dragons, orcs, goblins, owlbears, stuff like that. So I think Greyhawk fits that pretty well. Castle. I think this is my last setting stuff. So Greyhawk, Falcon Master. Ooh, I better be careful. Ooh, it's got like some 3D. Cool, like 3D maps. I might be able to use this, right? It's a cool map. I love maps. Who knows? Most likely this stuff will just sit on my bookshelves and look awesome. And that's okay. I'm totally cool with that. Al-Qadim. See this? Maybe I'll get to it. 12 adventures, though. That sounds cool. I mean, I could probably drop those into other stuff, right? Like, it doesn't have to be a whole Al-Qadim campaign. I might still be able to use those adventures. I love adventures. So here's... Oh, can I get it? Here's some of the stuff maybe I'm more likely to get rid of. I'm not sure. Legends and Lore. This is so trash. But see, this book was prominently displayed in the ad. So again, I was pretty quick. But I think it might be why he was like, I could sell this. I just want to get a little bit of money. And he said, they're very well-loved, worn books. Great. So I'm not too worried about that. Like I said, if I can sell a few things off and get some money back, I'll be super happy. What is Legends and Lore? I don't really know what this book is. I'm not sure I've heard of it. I'll probably keep it because it's not going to get much in that condition anyway. Character sheets, this is something I don't care too much about having. And I recognize these. I did have this as a kid. One of the few things in here that I had. Forgotten Realms, Dwarves Deep, that sounds fun. Magic Encyclopedia sounds cool. Saw a monster there. I don't know what that is. Okay, Tome of Magic. Hundreds of new spells and magical items. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I recognize now the style of this book. So I had at least probably like the main rule books for these, which isn't in here, right? Psionics. So this is a Dark Sun, right? Psionics. Which I don't love psionics, but obviously it's a key part of Dark Sun. Forgotten Realms, Drow of the Underdark. That looks cool. Yeah. So, arms and equipment. This could give me some cool ideas for sure. Shadow Dark is very, very light on different weapon types and stuff. So, this gives me names I can compare. So, speed factor is not something we'll use at all. But I can... Falchion. I know how to say that because of Erudite GM. Thanks, buddy. So I can compare the weapons to have a pretty good idea. So I'll probably use this, but there's this other one, Bardiche. Or did he do the Bardiche or not? Maybe he didn't. It just all of a sudden sounded super familiar. Anyway. Gladiator's Handbook, Dark Sun. I don't know if I even noticed this one. Gladiator Campaign. This is something I'll use. I'm a real big fan of this idea of having a campaign where you've got like a pit fighter and he's got to fight his way a up the ranks and then probably out of the pit to like get to like dungeon explore. So complete wizard's handbook. I don't know if I need that or not. And the last, is this the last thing? And I will sell this, I think, wizard spell cards. So I mean, it's not even. Is it even opened? Can't tell. Yeah, I think so. I think these are sandwich bags. I better check underneath here, though. See, have more dirty magazines? No, darn it. All right. So anyway, that's it. That's a pretty cool collection, right? Like I said, the Dark Sun is stuff I'm gonna hit the hardest. I plan to probably do that this year. The monster manuals, endless monsters to use as inspiration, regardless of what game I'm playing. Shadow Dark is simple enough. You just kind of keep the core essence of the thing. You throw in an AC, hit points, level, and then like one ability that defines what that creature and monster does. And obviously their environment and things like that. Do they swim or fly or whatever? But it's pretty simple. So, yeah, I'm pumped. This is awesome. I can't wait to dig into it. Oh, I'm sure everyone wants to know. I said I got a pretty good deal. I don't think I realized how good of a deal I got until I posted this on because again, let me show you another one. So when I picked these up, don't get me wrong, I was pretty pumped, but I wasn't like I was like this is a score, not a valuable score. But there's stuff like this, right? So I wasn't thinking like ching ching, but I posted this up on one of the forums for old, Dungeons and Dragons for old dudes maybe or something like that. And people are like, "Oh my god, you must have paid hundreds or whatever, like money bags, yada yada." I paid $105. I don't know how he came to that total, but 105. That's all I paid. So, well worth it in my book. And like I said, I'll probably to get that money back, I'll probably sell the spell cards and try to find a few more books. Maybe I'll sell the Ravenloft setting stuff. That might get me there, just like that. And the rest I can keep in my collection forever, hand down to my kids. We're playing now. We played today and yesterday. Um, and my kids are starting to love it. My middle kid is the least into it, but he loves it too. It's just we start playing and he's ready to take a break before anyone else is, and then we never come back to it. So a break means we're done for the day. My 4-year-old girl absolutely loves it, and my 10-year-old boy absolutely loves it. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. And I'm hoping to score more at some point because it's just so fun to like add to the collection. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you're watching this video, you already know, feel the same way. You want the books on the shelf, you want the cool stuff, even if you never get to it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, and I gotta get back to some Dark Sun reading, if you know what I mean. Thanks, guys. I'm Bradu.